I am scared of animals. I'm scared of a snake. That is poisonous. Poisonous.
I've been in my bag for a minute. I got time today, I might spend it.
What's going on, everybody? It's Tyler Xavier, and welcome back to Kappachinotv. And I can't wait till you guys hear this traumatizing story of how I really almost died. I want to thank you guys, as always, for showing me so much love. I'm having fun being consistent. I haven't been this consistent in years, but let's keep the fun going. So if you guys could please make sure you subscribe, like, and comment how you feel about the story time. Okay, y'all, this is one of the most horrific times of my life. Listen, before I start the story, let me just give a disclaimer. I always say I'm very emotional and a little bit dramatic, but this situation deserved all the dramatics and every dramatic I'm about to give y'all. So this happened this past weekend, and so pretty much, as you guys know, YouTube, social media is not my full-time job at this time. I would love if it was, because it's way easier than what I do now, but it's just not. And realistically, I do this for fun. I be having fun, I be chilling, I be drinking. Cheers. I just do it for the fun of it. I like doing it. That's why I'm not consistent, because if I don't feel like it and if I don't like it, I'm not doing it. It is what it is. I work for a healthcare tech company, and I do that. From time to time, I will do Uber Eats if I feel like it, right? It's not necessarily something I need or something I have to do. It's just to make extra money. Why not, if I'm not doing anything? It was a Saturday. It was a sunny ass Saturday. It was hot in Atlanta, okay? That's also a key factor, is that I live in Atlanta, okay? Usually, I do Uber Eats up until I get annoyed, and that's very quickly. So it's like 1 or 2 orders, and I make like $20 maybe. A lot of the times, though, I stay in a certain area, which is where I live, in this certain part of Atlanta, and people tip me like crazy. I get a $50 tips, $100 tips just from one order, and then I call it a day, because it's like, what's the point, right? So this time I decided to be adventurous. But the reason why I went out this far, so I went to the Vinings area in Georgia. If you're familiar with it, y'all know. But I went over to that area because I go to screenings a lot, so like event screenings for movies, and I was going to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But because I got there late, I wasn't able to get in. So I was in that area already, and I was like, let me just do Uber Eats, right? To do it. It was very busy, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna do this for a little bit, like 3 orders, right? This one order, it was taking me to this Mexican restaurant. Now, let me, disclaimer, love everybody, okay? And yes, I love everyone. So let's just say that. When I got this order, I had to go to this Mexican restaurant. The restaurant was in a shopping center that had terrible parking. I am somebody that I can barely drive, I can barely park. Okay, I can't stand the lines. I don't know what's going on. My equilibrium off or whatever, but I can't park. Just started backing into parking spots because I have a backup camera. I guess it might have been rush hour. I don't know. Everybody was in the shopping center with these big trucks, and you can barely get in, you can barely park, and I was getting annoyed. Now, usually when stuff like this happens, like if I'm going out and they got bad parking, I'm either gonna find a parking deck and pay, or I'm gonna pay the valet. And I don't know how that makes me sound, but I don't care. Like, at this point in time, I don't have time to be circling. I'm gonna circle the block once, okay? And if I can't find a park, give me a parking deck, give me valet, or give me my house and my bed. But because I already picked up the order, I had to park and get it. So I parked and got it or whatever. And she had, I don't know this lady name, let's call her Brenda. Well, yeah, let's call her Brenda. It started with a B. So I got Brenda's order, and she had this big bag of food, like tacos and burritos and everything in there. And then she had horchata as well, right? And this is very important information. So I'm not just telling you because I'm talking. This is very important information. And yeah, I got in my car. Everything was good. Like, everything was cool, right? So now I'm going to her apartment. Now this it should have been a red flag. She did not give me the building letter. She gave me the address, but that address was to like the complex, so I had to literally like reach out to her. But the problem was it was a language barrier, so I had to, you know, I don't know Spanish. Like, I took Spanish a couple years ago. All I know is hola, azul, pesos, a caramba, you know, the basics. So I had to Google Translate. What is the letter? Where you live, baby? Where you at, Brenda? Tell me where you at, and I got you your food, right? So eventually, after 5 minutes of us communicating, I finally found out she was in Building F. Building F in that apartment community was all the way in the back, and it was real like green. So it was kind of in the bushes. It had trees everywhere. You know, it looked unkept. Like it was a lot going on at Building F, right? I'm sorry, I'm getting like chills talking about it, right?
I'm having a fucking panic attack right now. I need to calm the fuck down because I'm having a panic attack.
Right. Let me drink some more wine because I got to Building F and I was getting out. Now remember I told y'all I got a big bag of food and horchata, okay? And the horchata didn't have tape over it or nothing. Like, the horchata was in my hand, the big bag of food was in this one, but I'm holding it kind of like, because the bag was heavy, I'm supporting the bottom of the bag, but still holding the horchata, right? Y'all. I'm walking towards her apartment, right? Now, Brenda's windows are up. Her windows are up, right? So I'm walking. I can't really see because I'm trying to support everything. I'm walking towards apartment F. I look down. Thank God I looked down because I could have died. I look down and all I see is this long ass brown snake, right? Talking about some, and literally like lunged. The snake lunged at me, okay? When the snake lunged at me, I squealed, I shrieked, and I dropped the food and the horchata, dropped everything by that snake, and the snake went. I don't know where the snake went, but I told you I took my black behind back in the car, okay? But because I was so loud, and y'all know, like I said, I'm emotional, a little bit dramatic, she heard it, right? Let me put a pin in that. Before I move on to the story, let me just explain this to y'all. The type of snake that I think it was, I'm gonna post a picture of it. The type of snake that I think it was a copperhead. From my understanding, copperheads are very poisonous. Now, I am from North Carolina. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina, okay? That's where I'm from. I feel like I was naturally born a city boy. Now, not a city boy like a hoe, or not, like me, I think I'm naturally a city boy. My siblings may be not city people. I know I was born for a city. Fayetteville, North Carolina is not that country, but it's not that city. I don't know what you call it, but that's neither here nor there. It's a military town, college town. We have a downtown, we got clubs, we got hookah bars, we got bakeries, we got hella restaurants, we got a million stoplights, a million sections of Fayetteville. You know, so it's not one of those cities where it's like I live in the Hicks and it's like one stoplight and mud roads and no sidewalks. No, we have sidewalks. We got all of that. So it's not that country. I'm not used to seeing wildlife. I am not somebody that decides to go play in nature. Like, I know a lot of people, oh, let's go tubing, let's go camping. Why do y'all want to go camping? Y'all deliberately decide to go pitch a tent in the woods, right? Where bears, coyotes, snakes, skunks, whatever else are, and y'all want to sleep there on rocks and grubble, right? And then y'all also decide to dig a hole in the ground to use the bathroom. And what y'all wipe with? Y'all allegedly bring toilet paper. Probably not. Y'all probably wipe y'all behinds with leaves, and then y'all get poison ivy. I just don't understand the point of doing that. So I don't do that. I don't go camping. I don't desire to go camping. I don't play in the outdoors. I don't mess with the elements. I don't even like the beach. Because why y'all going in the ocean? Y'all don't know what's in the ocean. And we got people blowing up. I mean, rest in peace, not trying to be funny, but we got people blowing up to see the Titanic. Who cares about seeing the Titanic? Y'all want to go in the ocean so bad where it's undiscovered. We got fish with light bulbs. Have y'all never seen Finding Nemo? What in the world? Why did we have a fish with a light bulb on their antenna? No one thinks about that. To me, that says do not go in the ocean. Also, we have a whole bunch of deadly animals in the forest and the woods. Why do y'all still decide to go camping? And I'm not saying I will never go camping, but my camp is a little bit different. My camping is gonna be a cabin with a door and a lock, a ball and chain, a lock and a chain with a toilet and a hot tub. I'm sorry, call me what you want to call me, but that's the kind of camping I'm doing. I'm not going out. The most outdoorsy activity I'll do is ziplining. I'm not about to be playing with animals and elements in their house. So when stuff happens, when people say, oh, bear attack, is it really a bear attack or is it a bear defending its home? Because why are you outside anyway? I'm not used to this kind of stuff. When I was younger, now I will admit, when I was younger and I had friends in the neighborhood, yeah, we would be outside climbing trees and jumping across lakes and shit. But as an adult, and that stopped once they moved. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once they moved, I knew who I was, and I am just not an outdoorsy person. Like, I can't change a tire. I can't cut grass. All I know is, and how I was raised, and thank God, like, I got AAA. So if something pop off with the car, I'm gonna call AAA. I don't know how to cut grass, so when I get my own spot and I gotta maintain a yard, I'm gonna have to hire somebody. Or I'm gonna just have to, there's little kids walking around telling me, can I cut your grass for $20? Yes. You come out. I don't need to have the best yard on the block. I'm saying all that to say, I am not used to seeing these type of animals in the wild. I see them at the zoo. I see them on TV. I see them on snakes on the plane. I don't see that. So that copperhead snake try to kill and attack me, I dropped everything. And when I dropped everything, I did squirrel. I'm not about to sit here and pretend like I'm this macho ass man, like, oh, I'm not scared of a snake. No, I am scared of animals. I'm scared of a snake. That is poisonous. Poisonous. Pretty much, when I did that and I got back in the car, Brenda ran her ass downstairs, like, and she said, adios mio. And I'm not saying that because I'm not trying to be racist or nothing. That lady said adios mio because she knew she knew something had popped off. She was speaking Spanglish, so she would talk to me in Spanish and English, and she was basically saying, like, you dropped my food, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna call Uber. And I'm looking at her like, you just, like a snake tried to kill me. And it's somewhere around here. So if you think I'm about to talk to you in the same spot where a snake tried to attack me, you got me messed up. I'm not doing it. And I'm not here for it. I'm not subscribing to it. I don't care. And she was like, what are you gonna do? Where's my food? I spent money. I said, baby, call Uber. Call Uber Eats. They refund you. Order something else. Somebody else will come who's used to dealing with animals in the wild. I'm not. The animal that I'm used to dealing to is a dog that I bought. Okay, I didn't get it from the pound. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all hate that. I didn't get it from the breeder. I didn't get it from the pound. I got it from the breeder. I bought her. That's the only animal I can tolerate. I can't tolerate these outside exotic ass animals. That's not my lifestyle. I'm not used to that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Sure, if it was a copperhead, but anytime I see a brown snake, to me that's copperhead. If it was a black one, I would have been scared. I would have dropped the food still, but I would have known, the black one, they don't be messing with you. A copperhead try to kill you because they poisonous. So the lady's talking to me and she's trying to figure out what's going on, and I said, well, I'm not about to stay here in this, where the snake is at. Because it's going up the walkway. And what I'm assuming the snake had like a nest or something, because I don't really think snakes really be trying to attack you like that. Like I said, I don't really know. Can y'all tell me, if y'all some wildlife experts, some Steve Irwins out there, do y'all know why snakes be trying to kill you? Because I don't. Definitely try to kill me. So after we had a discussion, she was like, oh, you will never, basically like, I hope you don't drive for Uber again. And I'm just like, okay, like, call, literally, I do not care. And I thank God that like Uber Eats is not my living, but it's just like, if Uber called me today and said, Tyler, like, why did you drop the food? Like, what happened? And I told them, and they told me I couldn't drive for no more. I'll be like, okay, thank you for your services. That it is what it is. Okay, after that, I just kind of stopped doing it all day. But yeah, so that was the story time of how a copperhead tried to kill me. I know it was a little quick, a little random, but if you guys enjoyed the story time, please make sure you guys like, comment, any experience that you guys have, and make sure you guys subscribe, and also share the video. Share with your people, share with your friends, because we consistent. Okay, thank you guys again, and I will see you guys in the next video.